time to go book shopping. Hi everyone, Amanda here. This is Booked with Amanda, and I'm here to talk books with you. Today, me and my fam jam are headed off to a local mall to attend the Children's Hospital Foundation book market. Basically, it's a bunch of donated books and volunteers that are helping to raise some funds for our local children's hospital. I do have 2 kids, so I think it's pretty important to support the hospital, and therefore we are headed on down, and hopefully I can find some good books and I will be able to show you my haul later. And I'll try to film while I'm there also, because it is actually throughout the entire mall, so it is quite large and I think you guys might enjoy it. So anyway, to the mall. Alright, so we are done at the book sale. Wasn't in there very long, mainly because I don't have the muscles to carry all the books I wanted to buy. I have a really big haul, and I plan to share that with you as soon as I get home. And some of them were cover buys, some of them were actually books I knew about and wanted to read. So I think I got a pretty good variety, and I'm excited to share them with you as soon as I can. I am back with my book haul, so without further ado, let's get into it. I picked up 20 books. One was for my father-in-law, the rest for me. Yeah, we're going on to a book buying ban after this for sure. Anyway, let's get into it. So I picked up about 6 books of poetry because it's something I'm lacking, I think, in my reading repertoire. So first I picked up Maya Angelou's poems, and that's basically just a collection of poems from some of her previous books. I actually read her essays, but not her poems, so I'm interested to get into that. Next, there's a collection of poems edited by Richard S. Kennedy from E. Cummings. I've read a few poems by E. Cummings, but not a lot, so I'll be interested to see what's in that collection there. Next, we have Cotton Candy on a Rainy Day by Nikki Giovanni. Another collection of poems. I'm not familiar with this author, so I'd be interested to see what it's all about. Next we have Available Light, poems by Marge Piercy. And again, I'm not really familiar, but I think this one kind of covers a little bit of everything, if I'm not mistaken, so I'm interested to get into that. Next we have Coming to Canada by Carol Shields. This one I know is about Carol's experience immigrating to Canada from the United States, and she's actually a resident of my city, so it would be kind of interesting to see if she has anything to say about that. And finally we have Selected Poems by Al Purdy, and that's Rooms for Rent in the Outer Planets. Again, I'm not familiar with Al's work, but he is, I believe, Canadian, so Canada reads. Yeah, I'm a genius. He is Canadian, so why not? Love me Canadian works. Next, I guess, like, speaking of Canadian works, let's go with more Canadian stuff. I've mentioned before, but I really am trying to just up my Canadian repertoire, support my fellow countrymen, because I think, why not? There's a lot of great Canadians out there. So first I have The Break by Katharina Vermette. This is actually a book following numerous women, Indigenous women, and their trials and their struggles, if I'm not mistaken. I had this on my library hold list, but I saw it, so I figured, why not, as opposed to waiting for it. Although, am I going to read it right away? Definitely not, because that's just reality. But Next, I have April Rain Tree by Beatrice Culleton. This follows two Indigenous, or Métis specifically, sisters, and just their struggles. This actually is a popular high school book for high school English, but I actually don't recall reading it. I'm not sure that I did. If I did, I do not remember one thing about it. So anyway, yeah, I'm interested to pick that one up. Next we have All My Puny Sorrows by Miriam Taves. This is purely an author by. I'm actually not sure what this book is about. I'm assuming music, piano, something, but I'm not 100% sure. But I did like her other books that I read by her. So I definitely picked this one up as soon as I saw it. And we also have A Complicated Kindness by Miriam Taves. So same thing, it's an author purchase, and I'm not even sure what this one's about either. So I'm a good booktuber. Anyway, just author purchases. She's also from the same province as me, so I like to support my fellow neighbors, I guess. Although she doesn't live here anymore. Anyway, moving on to books I know about, but not super detailed, no knowledge about it, whatever. I can't speak today, it's fine. Altered Carbon by Richard Morgan. I've heard mixed thoughts about this one, but it was cheap. I think it was like, yeah, it was like $3, so I figured I'd pick it up and see what it's about. Plus this cover's kind of cool. Anyway, it's a sci-fi novel that takes place in the future and stuff. I don't know. I watched some of the TV show. I'm gonna assume it's a little bit like that. If it's not, I'll be surprised. It's cool. And next I got Dragon Teeth by Michael Crichton. This is actually published posthumously for him. And it is, from what I understand, it's about dinosaurs, just like Jurassic Park, but more in the fossilized version. And also it takes place in the Wild West. I don't read any Westerns. I hate Westerns. I'm sorry if you like them. They're just not my cup of tea. My grandfather used to make us watch Westerns, like my dad's dad, but dinosaurs, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Next, these two I've heard of. I don't know what they're about. These are purely cover purchases. I don't even think I really recall people talking about them on BookTube even. So first we have Red Rising by Pierce Brown. And I think this is a science fiction dystopian, maybe. Takes place in the future. Something about space. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not even gonna guess. Anyway, I saw this and I thought, I know I've seen this cover, and I think I may have heard people talking about it, but I'm not even sure. So anyway, sci-fi, sure, I'll read it. Why not? Sci-fi, I do tend to enjoy mostly. And next, this one I have heard of, but I know this involves a kidnapping or something. But anyway, The Orenda by Joseph Boyden. It is Indigenous in nature. It starts with the kidnapping of an Iroquois girl, and I don't know. It goes into some stuff, like, I have no idea. But it is actually, like, with a Canada Read selection, and then there's, you know, some prizes it was shortlisted for and won and things like that. So anyway, I'm interested to get into this. Probably something I normally wouldn't have picked up, but I was browsing the Indigenous section of the sale, and I was like, hey, I think I've heard of this. So, and last but not least, my Stephen King haul. I found some good stuff, and I was like, hey, why am I not doing this more often? And I know the answer. It's because my local thrift store I go to is always sold out of Stephen King, but whatever. Anyway, first we have Pet Sematary, because I've seen the movie, the original movie. I haven't seen the remake. But I have never read the book. So yeah, I'll be interested to read that. Next we have Christine. Again, I've seen the movie, but I've never read the book. And I mean, who doesn't, who isn't afraid of like cars with minds of their own? I don't know. A little freaky to me, but it's cool. Next we have, I'm just weird today, I'm sorry guys. Next we have Cujo, about a rabid dog. And I think it's from the dog's point of view, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure, but if it is, that's pretty cool. Just building up my Stephen King collection. Next I have something that I've been looking for, because I'm like one of those people when someone says, like, I'm pulling this from from publication and like I don't want anyone else reading it, I have to read it. So I found a copy, a hardcover too, of the Bachman books with Rage, which is the one I'm talking about, where Stephen King actually said like, don't publish this anymore. So I do want to see what that's about, and I also haven't read the other ones. So The Long Walk I heard is really good, and I have seen The Running Man, so this will be interesting. And I can't believe I actually found it, and it was really cheap. It was like $4 for this hardcover, so sold. And last but not least, my final book of the haul, which I almost dropped on my toe and I would have been broken, you guys would have seen it all, is The Stand by Stephen King, the full unabridged version, hardcover, gigantic book. Oh, it's so big. It's cool. See, nice and thick. Anyway, this is basically starts with the flu and ends with the good versus evil, from what I understand. So cool. I'm down for that. Anyway, that is my huge, gigantic haul. Thanks for coming along this journey with me. And if you have any local book markets or sales that you attend, I would be happy to watch your videos. I love to see the backlisted things that everyone buys. I feel like BookTube is very highly saturated with new materials, but hey, show me the old books. That's what I want to see. There's a gazillion books out there that I haven't read yet. I know more keep coming out, but come on. Anyway, thanks for watching today, guys. Have a great day.